Max, you can make it easy for us and give us some of the ideas of what you offer your clients so we can truly understand how important this is at this time.
Hi, Nicole. Glad to be here, and thanks for the opportunity. Yeah, Mitek's a global leader in mobile capture and digital identity verification, using the latest advancements in computer vision and machine learning, with the objective of really delivering trust and convenience in an increasingly digitally connected world. And so I think we all just want it to be a little easier to interact with, whether we're students, whether we're citizens, whether we're patients, certainly if we're doing commerce. We just want it to be a little easier to interact with these organizations.
So what does your company provide specifically, and what are some of your competitive advantages for your proprietary software?
Yeah, so again, through the use of this very advanced machine learning and computer vision technology, we're using a combination of government-issued identity documents, being able to take pictures of those, and then the biometric of your face or your voice to be able to determine that you're actually who you are, who you're representing yourself to be, and that you're actually live when you're, processing that transaction.
That's actually really interesting, that you're actually live when you're processing that transaction. That's a key point, right? Because digital identity can have so many variants, right, that could really be detrimental, right?
Yeah, so it's a combination of, having the authentic document and being the actual person that you're representing yourself to be, but being able to do that liveness test, right? That it's not a picture of Nicole or a video replay of Nicole or her voice that was recorded previously, that we can actually detect that you're live and that those documents are authentic and that the documents are actually live. They're not pictures of documents off the dark web.
I think all of us wish we could be in two places at the same time, but for digital identity, one of us is enough, right? Tell me about what goes on. I mean, we have cashless purchases, e-commerce, everybody's online all the time, on their phones, going into buildings. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so obviously, the idea of digitizing journeys for, your customers, banking onboarding, applying for a new credit card, something like that. The digitization of those journeys has been underway for quite some time, and with COVID over the course of the last year, we've just had this seminal moment that has forced these organizations not just to improve in some cases, just stand up digital journeys that they've never had, but really improve them. And providing that good user experience is really the battleground at this point. It's no longer, can you just interact digitally? Can you do it in a frictionless, appropriate way where you're balancing the convenience with getting the trust right? And that's where we come in. That's where we're, our history and our technology is really helping these organizations, take advantage of this trend.
Yeah, and during the pandemic, I think it sort of just rushed everything digital forward, right? And people needed to do everything digitally. And that's where your company comes in. You reported your first quarter results back in January. When we go inside these numbers, tell us about the latest quarter, but more importantly, how you sustained growth going forward.
Well, yeah, so first, thanks for noticing. We're a September 30th fiscal year end. We finished our most recent year, fiscal year 2020. It was a really good year for us. We followed that up with a strong first quarter, the December quarter. And I think you've pointed to some of this, right? The faster adoption of the digital journeys for sure. But now, we've gone through this one-way door. And we're going through it with our customers where, we're not going to go back. Folks are going to want to go to restaurants, they're going to want to go to bars, but that interaction digitally is with us to stay, and doing it the right way with high assurance and low friction. That's where we come in. And there's a bunch of examples that I can help you with, but we're just at the beginnings of this. It's a very early stage category. It's growing very rapidly. And quite frankly, the problem isn't completely solved. So there's a lot more work to be done.